All right, it's dark outside and I want to tell you a story today. The story is this. Let me see if I can get myself a little bit more into the light. The story is this. Long time ago, I used to wear, back in the 90s, early 90s, like 1990, I used to wear super huge t-shirts. See, because back in those days, I used to have this thought pattern, I almost missed the light there. This thought process that told me that the bigger the t-shirt I wore, the bigger the man that I was. So if I wore a huge t-shirt, I'd be a huge man. So here I was, like a 10-year-old wearing extra large t-shirts. They were like night shirts on me. They were basically like dresses on me. And I have enormous pictures. I have a bunch of pictures of me at that age wearing huge billowing shirts because I thought at the time that made me a man. And with a dad who would leave for TDY and stuff because of the military and who went off to war, like as the man of the house, I had to show up and be the man of the house. We keep fast forwarding through my life, and at a certain stage I realized that the extra large shirts are kind of a little big for me. I didn't realize that until I was in my late 20s. So we're talking a man who couldn't grow up, and I realized maybe I ought to shift down to a large. And as I do that, I realized that my undershirts need to shift down maybe to a medium. Okay, just about a month ago, my wife and I decided we got to go get me a new suit because I got a business convention coming up and I need a new one. So we go and I have the guy measure my neck. As he's measuring my neck, he says to me that, I'd be doing well in a 15.5 neck instead of a 16. And I look at him and I was like, okay, whatever. He says, well, if you can wear the 15.5 neck, you'll get a shirt that fits you better. But otherwise, if you want the extra space, you'll get one. It just won't fit you as well. And so I was like, okay. So we went and got a 15.5 neck, and here's what happened. I come out of the dressing room, and my wife has this reaction like, holy cow, who's the hottie who just walked in? And the only difference was before I used to wear these big shirts that were just a little big for me, and now I'm wearing a shirt that is exactly my size. Now, here's the thing. As I reflect back on this, I realize that I was playing a part my whole life. I was trying to pretend that I was bigger than I was. I was trying to pretend to be something that I wasn't because I had thoughts in my head that told me that if I'm somebody other than I am, then I'll be accepted, then I'll be powerful, then people will like me. And those thoughts in my head betrayed me and made me do things that were absolutely stupid, that from the outside you look at it and you go, this is ridiculous. I don't even know why he thinks that. But it was a dumb story, and I believed it anyway. Okay? And as I move forward, all of a sudden into this new space where I recognize that when I can just drop all the extra stories, drop everything about what I think other people believe that I need to be, drop all the stuff in my head that says that I need to be something other than I am, and simply accept and embrace who I am, the size that I am, the shape that I am, the talents that I have, and everything else inside my life, I become more attractive. I become someone that makes an impact when I walk in a room. Not because I changed, but because I stopped trying to be somebody that I wasn't. And I sit back and I reflect on this because it's not just in my body shape. Yeah, as a businessman, how many times have I tried to be somebody that I wasn't? Tried to be more of a master, or pretend to know more when martial arts, back when I was running a martial arts school, pretend to know more than I actually did. I'd heard a lot of information, but that's different than actually knowing it. How many times in my marriage have I tried to pretend to be someone who's like super in tune with my wife when in fact I wasn't? Or in church when I show up and I try to pretend to be on point when I'm not. And the thing is, the people who are the most real, that are comfortable in their own skin, accepting everything about where they are and willing to still move forward from there, those are the people that are powerful. Those are the people that we follow because they're not afraid to be themselves. And especially the ones that are able to do that and do something powerful in life, boy, we'll follow them all over the place because they manage to do something that most of us can't do, which is to love who they are for who they are. And my wife is one of those people. She's pretty amazing. So as I come back to the end of this one little episode of trying on a button-up shirt, and seeing the reaction that my wife got just because I walked out in a shirt that actually fit me, has caused my head to think and spin about all the other places in my life where I've tried to wear shirts that are too big for me, where I've tried to be someone that I'm not. And I can tell you this much, As much as you may think that you'll be more attractive and more acceptable if you have that extra certification, or if you do this extra thing as a parent, or if you homeschool your kids, or if you don't homeschool your kids, or if they're in all these different extracurricular activities, as much as you think that that might mean something to everybody else in the world and it might make you happy, the reality is that the happiest place you could ever live is inside your own skin, with everything that that comes with. So it's today, as we wrap up this Warrior Wednesday, and I know it's been a couple weeks, I want you to consider where in your life are you wearing a shirt that's too big? And if you want more training like this, most of our training right now is focused on helping men get free of porn addiction. They can go to liberateaman.com and find a bunch of resources there to help them out, both the man and his wife.